for Stuber year.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Got a real upgrade today. I don't know how we got this. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You're talking about the Ken Paxton, John Cornyn difference in money.
Yeah.
The difference in polling would seem to indicate the opposite.
Isn't that weird?
Real Clear Politics has him up by this is the average of Real Clear Politics. 15% Paxton over Cornyn. It's 48-33. They just did a poll conducted by Pulse in June, and he's up by 19. So it's amazing.
It's amazing. People are done with Cornyn.
Amazing. Yeah.
They are done with Cornyn.
They are.
And Paxton,
they should be.
Right. And Paxton's not the perfect candidate by any stretch of the imagination, but he's at least a fighter.
Yeah.
He's in there. He has fought every step of the way. For all of the things that we believe in.
Yeah.
And the big money, isn't this interesting? The big conservative money doesn't want Paxton in. A guy who has fought over and over and over again. If I'm not mistaken, fought the Obama administration more than any other attorney general, and did the same thing with Biden. And even fought Trump when he was wrong.
That's why the people favor him.
I know. I hope it continues that way, because now, he was outraised by $1 million just in the last quarter. Cornyn has raised $3.9 million over the past 3 months, has amassed nearly $9 million in the bank, and has an outside PAC supporting him at $11 million during the same period. So this is all within the last quarter. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's $24 million. And what has Paxton raised? Not $24 million. This means our television in the state of Texas is going to be pounded over and over and over again with John Cornyn, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Ken Paxton, He's the devil. That's all we're going to see.
Yeah.
And Paxton does not have the money to fight that.
Situation with his wife doesn't help right now either.
No, it doesn't. I saw people saying, why would she say something? Why would he say something? Because it's going to come out anyway. You might as well address it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the people that were pounding on her or pounding on him, saying, "What is this? What are you, stupid? What are you going to keep it quiet?" No.
Mm-hmm. That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you're running for Senate.
Yeah. And if you don't know, they're getting a divorce. And they've
been separated for about a year.
Yeah, and they've been having problems for a long time, and it's well known here in Texas, and yada yada yada. But it should not affect his campaign.
Doesn't look like it has so far.
Well, but you haven't seen.
New.
This is just what Cornyn is going to spend. Can you imagine what the left is going to spend?
Oh man,
The left is just going to pour money into the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. If we lose Texas, look, I would expect John Cornyn in Maine. There's not a problem if you have John Cornyn in Maine.
Right.
But in Texas?
Yeah. There's no reason for that. It is.
It's an abomination.
Cornyn started out to be a Texas conservative.
Pretty good.
He was really good at the beginning.
What was that, 1847?
Yes, it was 1847.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was, what was it, in the
late
80s?
1847. Yeah. No, he's, I think, 2001.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems like it's been 150 years.
It does. It seems like it was in the...
Because he went south fast. He went from really solid, really good conservative to rhino pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's really bad. And, at least with Ken Paxton, that's not going to happen. At least, I
don't think so.
I don't think so. He has been in the Senate here in Texas. He's been the attorney general, and he has been around for a very long time. And he has he's not changed one bit.
No.
One bit. So we'll see. Meanwhile, I love this. President Barack Obama issued a call to action for Democrats at a private fundraiser in New Jersey, urging them to stand up for the things that you think are right. Toughen up. Toughen up. From the president who brought us the bike helmet. Toughen up.
And the mom jeans.
And the mom jeans.
Yeah.
This guy was the biggest femme I've ever seen as a president. I mean, toughen up. Oh, my gosh. Meanwhile, who is leading for the Democratic primary? 2028, frontrunner by a substantial margin.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close.
Mm-hmm. Kamala Harris. How is that even possible? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Nobody.
Don't get me wrong. I love this, but how is that even possible?
I mean, who else, though?
I know.
The last poll I saw a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know, I don't remember who conducted the poll, but Pete Buttigieg was in the lead. I think Kamala makes a little more sense than Buttigieg, and she's way ahead of him in this.
If Barack Obama is saying toughen up, Buttigieg is not the guy to go
your
to.
Guy.
Not the guy to go to. And then you have Gavin Newsom pulling up in third place.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Cory Booker, and then AOC, and then Mark Cuban. They've got
Mark Cuban.
no one. They have no one.
Seriously.
I just, it's astounding to me. On the Republican side, it's J.D. Vance, 42%. Closest rival is Ron DeSantis, backed by 9%. How is that possible?
I don't know what happened there to his support. It's just gone away.
He is like
He's
the
really
greatest
good.
governor I think I've ever seen.
He's really been great.
What he has done to Florida is remarkable.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
But
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
hasn't helped him nationally.
No, it hasn't at all, and I don't know. I mean, he's at 9%. Marco Rubio is at 7%. Now, I have to tell you, Mike, did anybody expect this a little Marco?
No, I didn't.
I didn't at all. When he made Marco Rubio
great.
the Secretary of State, I was like, oh, boy, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's been unbelievably great.
Yeah, he has.
Never
Yes.
expected that. Never
Not at
expected that. He's like all of a sudden, you want to talk about toughen up. I mean, Marco Rubio is like carrying a big hammer,
Yeah.
saying all kinds of stuff and meaning it. And did you hear what Trump, yesterday, if anybody was like, oh, Donald Trump is now he's giving more arms. No. Did you hear what happened yesterday with the arms for Ukraine? We didn't give them.
Oh, yeah, we gave them to, was it
No,
NATO
no, we
countries?
didn't give them. We did not
Sold
give
them.
We sold them.
Yeah.
We sold them to Europe. You do
Right.
whatever you want with them, and they're going to give them to Ukraine, which I thank you. At least
it's a good way to do it.
At least thank you for not. He said we spent $350 billion already over in Ukraine, and enough is enough. And he's absolutely right. But the reason why I bring this up is because you want to talk about a hammer. Did you hear what he said to Putin yesterday?
Yeah.
You
got 50 days.
50 days. That kind of sounds familiar. When was the last time he said something like that? Oh, I remember. You have 60 days to Iran. This is where saying what you mean and meaning what you say makes all the difference in the world. Putin would not have believed any other president. Now, Donald Trump had credibility because he has what I've always called the twitchy eye. I've always wanted a president with a twitchy eye. One, not for us, but for our adversaries. Somebody that is like, you know what? Maybe we just need to level Beijing. And all of us would go, he doesn't mean it. But they wouldn't know. You know what I mean? They'd be like, I don't know. The guy could do that to us. So he's always had that. But now that he went into Iran and said, you have 60 days, and on day 61, bombers are flying over to Iran, that sent a strong message. So now when he says, you have 50 days, Putin knows in 51 days, we're going to reap the consequences. So if you have any chance of making a deal, we got to do it in the next 50 days. If they don't want to make a deal, that's fine. But then, they are going to reap the consequences. But at least we have somebody who's not in mom jeans and a bike helmet saying, there's a red line. There's a red line. No, it's more of a pink line, and I don't think it means what you think it means. At least nobody else in the world thinks that. So we got that. Oh, and by the way, while we're speaking of, great, great candidates, Andrew Cuomo is officially launching a independent campaign to become the next mayor of New York City.
Seems like he just got crushed in the primary.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed.
And he's going to do it again.
In fact, if you took Cuomo, who's the other guy that's running the
Eric Adams?
Eric Adams.
And Curtis Lewa.
If you took all three of them, the three of them could beat, the Islamic communist.
Yeah.
Which, that says something. That says something. So what is he going to do? All you're going to do is what? Siphon votes away from anybody else? The three of them should get together.
Yes, they should.
The three of them should get together. You want to talk about saving your city.
If you really cared.
If you really cared.
Could you not get together? I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, and Independent. Get together and figure this thing out.
If I were Curtis Lewa, I would say I'm throwing my support
behind Eric Adams.
Behind Eric Adams. He's the only one that has a chance. And if I siphon him off, if Cuomo siphons him off, we're doomed with a communist.
But even if you decide it's Cuomo, that's better than Zoran Mondani.
But I don't know if he can. Do you think he can win? Do you think Cuomo can win?
I don't know.
I mean, he killed
just
a
lost to
lot
him before,
of parents.
So, yeah.
He
did.
a lot of parents.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know who could, but I mean, there's got to be somebody that can run again. You have a communist as the mayor of New York. Do you know what that's going to cost the rest of the country?
That's the thing, because a lot of people say, well, they're going to get what they...
No.
They're going to reap what they sowed.
We're going to get it.
Yeah,
we're going to get it.
That's our economic capital.
I know. The good thing is, though, that is already dispersing.
Yeah.
Here in Texas, right here in Dallas, they're building another stock market, another like New York Stock Exchange, except it's going to happen here in Dallas. I think New York is quickly going to be replaced. It takes a long time to move that kind of infrastructure alone, but they are building it here in Dallas. And so the New York Stock Exchange, I'm not sure the New York Stock Exchange is long for the world, especially if this guy wins.
Yeah.
And between here and Florida, between Dallas and Florida, you're going to lose you're losing the financial. I mean, what's happening over in my town, where all of these huge hedge funds and I don't even know. I don't want to name them because I don't want to give out where I live. But all of these huge financial firms that are coming down, and thousands of people are being moved from all over the country.
Right.
It is New York. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Can you imagine what a cesspool that's going to be if you lose the financial sector? That place, you'll never be able to keep that place. It will be escape from New York quickly. All right, back in just a second. Let me tell you about Z Factor. Everybody talks about the importance of a good night's sleep, but if you've ever spent a night staring at the ceiling, watching the hours tick by, it's not as simple as, deciding to fall asleep. Sometimes the brain just won't cooperate. Sometimes your body feels wired, even when you're exhausted. You desperately want to go to sleep. You know how bad your day is going to be otherwise, but your body's telling you, nope, not going to do it. You need sleep. This is when your body really does all of its important work. This is why I recommend Z Factor, a natural sleep supplement from the makers of Relief Factor, designed to help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling rested, not groggy or foggy, just rested, ready to be yourself again. I know what it's like to struggle with sleep. To dread bedtime, I hate that. When you're just like, I can't go to bed again. It's just going to be another night of wrestling with sleep. Z-Factor will help you win that fight night after night. It's not about knocking you out. It's about helping your body do what it was designed to do naturally. First-time Z-Factor buyer is going to enjoy 46% savings, just $19.95 for a 30-day supply. Visit ReliefFactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF. 800, the number 4, RELIEF. 10-second station ID. You know, the numbers on the Democrats, we're going to get into this next hour. The numbers on the Democrats are just cratering. I mean, cratering. And part of it is, look at the guy they're holding up as the guy, Gavin Newsom. Mm-hmm. We'll get into, all of the things that are going on in the streets there. Have you heard the latest with his, with the Native American tribe?
I don't think so.
Try this on for size. So normally he doesn't get involved in, Native American tribes and all of this stuff. But this all changed recently. In August of 2024, he sent a letter on behalf to the Biden Interior Department saying you have to reject this, almost $1 billion project of a new casino north of San Francisco by the Khoi tribe, which is about 100 members. And then Biden okayed it. Then Trump gets in. And so Newsom sues the Trump administration to try to get them to block the building of the casino. Well, we find out now that another tribe is one of his biggest donors. And that tribe is the one that this casino would hurt.
Isn't that fascinating?
You want to talk about an oligarchy.
Yeah.
The left, everything they say we do, they do. Everything. Mm-hmm. It's an oligarchy. Is it? Is it really? At least in this oligarchy, if you're talking about Elon Musk, it's right out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And that oligarchy is actually, sending things up into space and doing things. This is a casino. Hey, they do stuff. Yeah. So he is he's in trouble with that. And then you also have, what was the other story today? Oh, did you hear the story about the lifeguards? Do you know how much a lifeguard makes in California?
More than you probably think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it 530,000
$523,351 in total compensation. Now that includes insurance.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
It's like $70, and then insurance. $523,351. Now, the average lifeguard in other states, like in Florida, I think is $65,471 annually. Miami Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would expect a lifeguard to make.
Yeah.
About $65,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a lot, but it's okay. $523,000. But the good news is they only have 1,500 of those lifeguards, so it's only $70 million in lifeguard salaries.
Yeah, but they got to pay for SPF sunblock.
Oh, I know. I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Never even thought. The condoms from all of the babes.
Condoms.
Yeah.
This is Glenn Beck.
All right, let me tell you about Good Ranchers. It makes it easy to know exactly where the meat you buy comes from, and that's rare these days. Every cut they sell is 100% American, born, raised, and harvested right here in the United States. They partner with real American farmers and ranchers who still believe in doing things the right way. There's no mystery meat, no frozen barges coming in from God only knows where. Just high quality, honest to goodness beef, chicken, pork, and seafood delivered straight to your door. And besides the convenience, beside the taste, beside the fact that your family's going to love every bite, you're also putting your hard-earned money to work in supporting American jobs, American farms, and American values. By the time this show is over, another American farm and ranch will go out of business. There's no reason for that. We need these people. This summer, you can subscribe to any Good Ranchers box and get your pick of free meat for life. That's free Wagyu burgers, hot dogs, bacon, chicken wings in every box for the lifetime of your subscription. And if you use the promo code BECK at Checkout, you'll get an extra $40 off your first box. So go to goodranchers.com, use the promo code Beck. Get free meat for life, $40 off. Goodranchers.com. American meat delivered.
Glenn Beck, Stu Bergier, Steve Dace, Jason Whitlock, and me, Pat Gray. Listen to all your favorite conservative voices at blazetv.com. Promo code Glenn.
Welcome to the Glenn Beck Program. More rains in Texas, which, I mean, Texas, I've never seen Texas as green at this time of year.
Not this time of year, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, it's
incredible.
It's lush.
Yeah.
It's beautiful here. Yesterday, I was downtown in a place called Highland Park, and I saw all these green ribbons around the tree. And my first reaction was, a yellow ribbon, who is... And then my next reaction was like, all right, what does the green ribbon mean? And then I realized, this is for all the loss of life here in Florida in the last flood. JP Decker is with us now, who is runs Mercury One, and AJE, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. It's good to be here.
First time, JP, ever. We've known each other for how long?
14, 15 years, something like that.
15 years we've worked together.
Low number there.
Yeah, I know. I lose track of time. But you, for the very first time, you wrote to me on day one, and I said, what's happening with the floods? And you said, we're just staying out of the way. And I was like, what? For the first time ever since Mercury One's been doing this, he said, the state has this so buttoned up. We just want to stay out of the way. So we were just feeding people, right? We were just
working with our partners because we didn't want to get in the way of the search and rescue. And like you were saying, the loss of life on this one, it's horrific to see what these kids went through.
Do you know what the loss of life is, Pat, just off the top of your head?
Last I saw it was 129.
Yeah, I think it's up to about 130, 140 now, and they're still missing.
Still missing over 100.
Over 100, yeah. It's horrific.
Horrific.
And they just had flooding again, so that means everything moves down more. Jeez. But yeah, that first week, we took a week until we went down because we wanted to stay out of the way. There were too many people that with the loss of life and the search and rescue.
Is this our footage?
Yeah, this is some of the drone footage from. And what's amazing about this is that that's not even the river. That's right next to the river. So the whole Guadalupe.
This was a runoff.
This was just a runoff. What's interesting though is walking through this area. There's just regular locals and probably people from all around Texas just searching. I mean, they brought their own shovels, they brought their own pickaxes, and they're just trying to, help.
How do you search and stuff like that? I mean, you were washed down, and you were probably, bodies would be swept up in the logs. And
and
silt.
There's search and rescue teams from all over the country, and that's again, we saw that in North Carolina. Look at that, and it's just
Do you happen to be watching on the Blaze? This is footage that Mercury One just brought back, and it is. Is that the runoff, or is that the river?
That is the river right there. Okay. And right in that area, we're helping a little town because there was about 26 homes that were hit pretty hard by it, and so we're helping in that area provide the sheetrock and everything they need to kind of rebuild. But the day before we were in that neighborhood, about 200 yards away, they found 2 adults and a little 9-month-old.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, jeez.
And that's a week after this.
Yeah.
And just the devastation.
There's still 101 people missing.
Yep.
132 confirmed dead and 101 missing. It's just unbelievable.
It's horrific. And, it's interesting, just talking with some of the locals and about what they're going through. And almost everyone said, we're Texans, we're going to get through it. And then we talked to all of our partners, and they said, this is unlike any disaster we've ever seen. And some of them been doing it for 15, 20 years. And they said the response from the administration helped us to be able to help them long term. And
you mean administration, the state,
state and federal, because they sent the National. I mean, they sent the National Guard, but also the Coast Guard. I mean, the Coast Guard got there within no time. We saw the story about the diver, and it's cool to see when administrations do the job, but. We, as Mercury One, we always challenge, or when we're there and talking with people. Last week, we kind of said, hey, we're going to need we challenged our donors $1 million. And when we say that, our people know that we do not take admin costs. It's not saying, hey, come, help us keep the lights on so we can go help people. It's literally $1 million to go help in the Hill Country. And as soon as we got to the Hill Country, we got a text from our team saying within 48 hours, the donors raised $1 million. And usually with that, we do have to pay credit card fees. But the donors chose to pay $25,000 of fees to go help these people. And I think that alone tells you, one, how amazing our donors are, but how amazing your listeners are, because they believe and they trust what we're doing with the funds.
I have to tell you, JP, I'm so proud of Mercury One. And I'm so proud of what you've created. You are there, and you're the first in, the last out every time.
Yeah.
And it's just so good.
It's so good to see that, to have a nonprofit to where you can honestly say, we're going to help you and we're going to be there. And unfortunately, we kept hearing, as soon as the president had left, which so glad he was there, a lot of NGOs left. And as soon as the cameras left, they left. And so we kept hearing this from all of our partners. And thank God, when we choose a partner, we go through a long dating period, and we make sure that they are, vetted and taken care of. But they're staying. We're staying for a long time. I mean, I just got an update this morning. We're up to almost 150 homes rebuilt in North Carolina. Our goal is 400 over the next 2 years, and 100% of the funds that came in last year go to help those people. And it's just so.
Do we have the money for 400 houses?
Because of the donors last year, we were very close to being able to cover all of it.
Wow.
Yeah. And so same thing with Texas. We're going to be there for a long time helping rebuild these homes, because even though, you're in the main area, the main town, you see people kind of going about their business, going to a local store, buying some plants, but then you go right around the corner and the destruction starts. And so the difference with North Carolina, the infrastructure was gone and no one was coming in to help them. Here, there's power on in the buildings, the businesses are going to run, but it's the loss of life and the homes that are gone. There's so many mobile homes that are just destroyed. We talked to one mom that lost her husband, and she and her kids are just living on a couch. So we're helping provide hotel rooms. We're also looking at helping to pay for the funerals of some of these kids and some of these families, because they don't have the funds for it. And again, we're seeing that most people did not have flood insurance in this area. And so insurance companies have already denied a couple people that we reached out to, which amazingly, they responded that fast. And we're going to help. We're going to help rebuild, because we want this area to be the Hill Country again. We don't want it to be anything else. We don't want people to come in and, take over the land like we've seen some of that in Lahaina. But
you see that now in Los Angeles. You hear the latest?
Los Angeles is a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's the state and the city coming in and we told you that was going to happen. That is their plan. That is a plan that was on the books from
low-income housing in Pacific Palisades.
Yeah.
No. But they're also buying it up and preserving now, exactly what they were doing in Lahaina. We said that was going to happen, and they're just like, you can't live there anymore.
Yeah, you can't live there. We need to build like a green space to make sure that it's really taken care of. Yeah, sure, okay. But, we helped in Los Angeles as well with generators to the local churches. And we're helping, because of what some of our donors did, rebuild some of those local churches that were destroyed, and no insurance and not the state, nobody's going to help them. It's just, there's so many little stories that we can tell for generations about what Mercury One's done.
It's really an amazing thing. And, I'm amazed at how well the money is managed. And how far you guys make this money go. It is really remarkable.
Takes an amazing team.
Yeah. And I know we have some announcements coming, and I'm really excited.
Me too.
Next year is going to be a very exciting year for Mercury One.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
if you want to get involved, all you have to do is go to mercuryone.org, mercuryone.org. When there is a disaster, we are there. And I'll tell you, I don't know if either one of you know why I say 100% goes. When we raise something for like this, it goes to whatever it is we're talking about. You want to raise something, you want to give something now for Texas, you just go to the website and say, I want to be, I want to help this disaster, and it will 100% goes there. Do you know why that is? Do you know what happened? What gave me this idea years ago? It was right after 9/11, and it was a year after. And remember all of the fundraisers that the Red Cross did and all of these big shows, and we raised all this money. And I find out about a year later that they spent, I can't remember, it was just around $1 million, I think, on a new phone system.
Wow. I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was the Red Cross?
It was the Red Cross.
Wow.
And I lost my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're kidding me, right? We stood in line to give blood. We gave money. We wanted to make sure it was going to the firefighters. It was going to rebuild, whatever. And you bought a new phone system with that money?
Yeah.
And it drove me out of my mind. And I was like, if I ever started a charity, or if I actually, it wasn't even that. At that time, it was, I want to find the charity that will guarantee me that none of that crap comes out of the money I'm giving. I'm not giving so you can get a new phone system.
That was what
raise that another way.
It's still hard to find that kind of a nonprofit.
I know it is
really hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody who does over 60% is usually unusual. If 60% of your donation goes to where you intend for it to go, and then 40% administration, that's unusual.
Well, everything that we raise, right? Can we say this, right? Everything that we raise when it is earmarked. We have a general fund.
Correct.
And we mark that clearly that this is to keep the lights on. But that's why we usually do these fundraisers.
Yeah.
But everything goes right directly to the source.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
incredible.
Unheard of. That's unheard of. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's mercuryone.org, mercuryone.org, and thank you as an audience. You amaze me. You truly amaze me. You give me so much hope that there's good, profound good left in this country. And every day, because I don't open up the mail and see the checks. I do get a report, every quarter, when the board meets, and I see it's not coming in $100,000 chunks. It's coming in $10, $20, $50, $100 chunks. People who are they don't have the money to give big. It's just so many people just doing what they can. And I wish I could share that hope with you. I wish you could see what I see from my vantage point. It's remarkable what this audience really is. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. There comes a moment in the day, probably most days, where you just kind of want to chuck the phone in the trash, right? Be so satisfying when unfortunately, kind of need that stupid thing to get through your day anymore. Here's the consolation prize. You can chuck your cell phone provider in the trash. How about that? If you're tired of paying good money to a company that uses it to fund politicians, organizations, activists that are working against everything you believe in, then Patriot Mobile is your way out. They're America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. You know the thing that really hacks me off? They're getting money from these, cell services, and taking your money and not really telling you anything about it. But then they're also taking your tax money. What do you say we stop giving the left all of our money? Put your money where your heart is. The service, the same reliable nationwide coverage as the big guys. No compromise, just a simple, easy switch to a company that respects your values and deserves your business. It's patriotmobile.com/Beck. Make the switch today. patriotmobile.com/Beck or call 972-PATRIOT. Promo code Beck, free month of service, patriotmobile.com/Beck, 972-PATRIOT.
Freedom's like a wild horse. If you don't grab the reins every once in a while, you're liable to catch a hoof to the face. And trust me, that ain't pleasant. Beck will be right back after this.
Welcome to the Glenn Beck Program. We're glad that you're here. Tomorrow we have something really, really cool to announce. Mercury One has been involved with wall builders doing some things with the 10 Commandments in schools, and there's a couple of states now, and more coming. A couple of states now that we've worked with to pass laws to make sure that the 10 Commandments can be posted in schools. And we're going to tell you more about that tomorrow and how you can help. Because by law, it now must be. If someone says, here's a copy of the 10 Commandments, it must be posted in the school. And so we're going to tell you exactly how you might want to get involved in that one. But there's some really good things that are happening. Really good things. I mean, we focus on a lot of bad things a lot of the time. But there's some really good things that are also happening. And that's exciting. Now, next hour, we're going to have a conversation about some of the not so good things. Some of the things that are happening in the country, specifically from the Democratic Party, they are getting closer and closer to just having I don't know what you would call it, a bloodbath. And everything they're doing, everything they're saying, everything that they are raising money for, everything they are supporting is leaning in that direction. And we just need to be prepared for it. And quite honestly, we need to pray for our ICE agents, our FBI agents, all of the people who are actually trying to fight against this, because it's evil what is happening. And we'll tell you about that coming up in just a minute.
This is Glenn Beck.